Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready? All right. I'm ready. I'm ready. Woo! All right, Maestro, you can bring it down a little bit. Welcome, 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 welcome. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you for joining us tonight for Working with What You Got. I'm your host, Renee Joshua Porter. And Working with What You Got is all about you realizing you have more than you think you have. You have more time, more talent, more resources, more faith, more money, more food, more people on your side, and it's time for all of us to unknot our minds. We have a lot of knots in our minds. I can't, I won't, I couldn't. And those knots are barriers that keep us from living the most fulfilling life. So hopefully by the time you tune out, you've gotten some nuggets, and we're just gonna share. You're just gonna chill with us, right? And we have Carla here that's gonna be on the chat. Say hi, Carla.
Hey.
We have Ricky Belford back here. He's our music tonight. He's a music producer. Everybody knows Sweet Ricky. And we got Yvette Harmon. She's my sous chef tonight. All right, so what are we doing? We're gonna start off. Now, a lot of times what I hear people say is that they can't eat healthy because, first of all, they just can't eat salad all the time. I'll hear that. Or I'll hear Yvette, they'll say, it's too expensive. You hear that a lot, right?
All the time.
That healthy food is expensive.
It is, actually.
No. When you know what to look for, it changes your perspective, right?
I agree.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some basic ingredients and I'm gonna make these basic ingredients in different ways. So we'll take the same ingredients and we'll make a breakfast. Then we'll make a lunch and then we'll make a dessert and show you how you can stretch it, right?
Okay.
You open?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have
I'm
to
ready.
be open though. You have to be open. You have to say, you know what? I'm willing to try something different. And then we also want to say some prices too, because you want to know how much it costs. I have a receipt somewhere up here. I had a receipt.
Well, I think I see one right over there
Okay,
as
thank
well.
you, Mama. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. All right. So one of the basic things we're going to do is most of the things, because we don't have a stove, I'm doing plant-based cooking.
Very nice.
And I'm doing things that are pretty much easy to prepare. You don't really have to cook it, or maybe just one ingredient needs to be cooked. Okay? So we're gonna start off with quinoa. Anybody eat quinoa?
Yes.
Love.
You eat quinoa? You love quinoa?
Love.
You love quinoa? You know why? Because you're millennials.
Yeah.
Right.
It really is a
Right,
thing.
right,
It's quinoa and kale.
Right, because you're
Little
millennials.
sweet potato.
Yeah. So, but you
Yeah.
know, my generation, what? Maybe they'll do brown rice, but
Right.
quinoa, they don't even know how to pronounce it.
It's like, no way.
But quinoa is really easy to cook, right? And a little bit of quinoa goes a long way. Do you soak your quinoa first before you cook it? No. It's good to soak your grains first. You want to be able to get all the nutrients, right, out of it. So a lot of times grains have a coating, nuts have a coating. You have a nut allergy? Anybody have nut allergies? Okay, good. I don't want anybody having any type
I
of...
might with like almond, but I'm not sure.
Okay, you won't like stop breathing though, right?
Oh no.
Okay, all right, all right.
It's
As long
like
as-
lactate.
Okay, all right. Well, you stay there, right? So, so as long as we have, like, that's good. Well, is she not on? All right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Don't we love it?
So we want to make sure we soak our grains first.
Okay.
So I have some already made quinoa. Can you see it, Chris? Can you see our quinoa? We got our quinoa. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that same quinoa. You've had it maybe in an acai bowl or something like that. Have you had quinoa as a hot cereal in the morning?
No.
You need to have quinoa in the morning.
I'm missing out. I'm missing out.
It's like when you're eating your oatmeal.
There you go. Right.
Instead of oatmeal, have quinoa.
Have quinoa.
Really?
And the thing about it is that quinoa is also high in fiber.
Right.
It's high in fiber, so I'm going to tell you how I do my quinoa.
Okay.
So this is just simply, it was soaked before, boiled it for maybe about 15, 20 minutes, right? Put a little bit of sea salt because we want to watch our sodium, right? We want to watch our sodium.
Okay.
So I already heated it up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some quinoa in here, and I'm going to tell you this is how I make it. And I even made a believer out of Keith Porter. And Keith Porter is a really tough guy to convince to eat certain things. But even he had to admit it was pretty good. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put in some unsweetened coconut milk. Right?
nice.
Unsweetened coconut milk in here. Right? I probably should have shook it up or something. I didn't shake it, it's a little watery. All right.
Okay.
So then what I'm going to do is, you know what, Yvette, you standing here looking cute. You put
Yeah.
it in. You
Come
put it in
on,
there.
put me to use. I'm ready.
All right. So then why don't we put some pecans in there?
Okay, just a little bit. Tell me when to stop. How
Well,
about that?
How many pecans would you like?
All right, well, that's the case. Let me just
All right.
shake it on in there.
Okay. Pecan.
Yeah,
That's
no.
enough for you?
Stingy? I'm being stingy.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
All right. No, we need to
We need more
than
than? Okay.
No, we're good.
All right.
All right. So
I
I,
like
would
that.
put pecans in there, and then go ahead and put some raisins in there.
Okay, let's put a little bit of raisin. I do like raisins.
You like raisins?
Yeah.
Now I love
nice.
cinnamon. I'm
Okay.
a cinnamon.
Yes.
Cinnamon.
Yes.
Love cinnamon. Cinnamon
time.
is great for inflammation in the body. Cinnamon is good for circulation. It's also an appetite suppressant. It helps with that and
Really?
regulate your blood sugar. So I put a lot of cinnamon. Especially, it's good for your respiratory system too. Everybody coughing, sneezing, all kinds of stuff going around. You see, we got our brother, the professor. He said, I'm not playing. I'm covered with my mask up to my glasses. He's like, no.
We're not playing.
I am not getting sick.
You might
right?
want to add another dash.
Right, just
Yeah, maybe
it's
just
for
a
you,
little bit, just-
Professor.
yeah.
This is for you.
Just put a little
Just for
Pour
Professor
some
Hudson.
cinnamon.
We put that cinnamon in it.
Yeah.
So I put a lot, but then what I do with my quinoa is I like flavor. You know, my peeps,
Okay.
my peeps is from
Let's hook it up.
My peeps is from Central America. We don't eat bland food. Panamanians need a little flavor. They need some almond extract and a little vanilla and everything in there. You
Yes,
know?
come
So
on.
put a little bit in there. So put a little bit
Come
in
on.
there. So
Okay,
put a little bit of almond extract. And then put a
Very
little
nice.
bit of vanilla extract.
A little
Oh, yes,
dash.
yes,
A little.
yes.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, very nice.
And then the problem that we do, especially our wonderful people of color, is that we over sugar and over salt everything.
Yeah.
And that's why we end up with a lot of diabetes and things that are actually reversible. So we can mess up this healthy meal by now dumping a whole bunch of sugar on top of there.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I could certainly predict someone easily putting like too much brown sugar in here.
Yeah.
I was
I
literally
envision
about
it.
to say that I do put brown sugar. I'm like, ooh,
No,
oatmeal, brown sugar.
we don't want to do that.
It's yummy though.
It is yummy.
Okay, what about honey? Can we do honey?
You can do honey. I'm going to make a suggestion.
Okay.
Okay. So what I like to do is I'm a fan of monk fruit.
Oh.
Monk fruit. Are you familiar with monk fruit?
Heard of it? Haven't
Monk
used
fruit
it.
is actually from a plant, just like stevia is from a plant. My daughter doesn't like monk fruit that much. She thinks it has an aftertaste. I don't. I think stevia has an aftertaste. Monk fruit does not. And so I would just go ahead and put in 2 packets of monk fruit in there. You don't have to worry about elevating your glycemic level. You don't have to worry about getting sugar. Right? You got sugar. You don't want to get no sugar. Sugar diabetes, you don't want to worry about that.
Yeah, and diabetes.
Because it doesn't start when it's detected.
Wow.
It starts from now.
I would think that this was like sugar. Like it
Right.
just seems like, so I just poured it out into this bowl, like for people that are online, and it looks like sugar.
It
So
looks
what
like sugar.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna
I
stir
can't
it up.
believe it's not sugar.
That's a good commercial.
Come
Yvette.
on.
So stir it up so Chris can make sure he sees it. We're gonna
Okay,
stir it
great.
up. Go ahead, stir it like
Yeah.
you're gonna eat it, girl.
All right,
Stir it like
let me
you're gonna eat it.
get jiggy up here.
I have some questions here.
Go ahead. Who we got? I want names. Maybe people I know.
So, from Kim,
Kim?
we have
Kim?
yes, from
Kim?
Kim.
Kim? Who's Kim? I know a couple Kims.
We have Kim, and she wants to know where can you buy monk fruit?
Monk, okay. Tell Kim thank you. One of the things that I want to tell people is I don't buy health food in health food stores.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't go to Whole Foods because that's whole check, right? Right? We don't
Whole
do
check.
You know, we don't. We don't go to health food stores. Everything pretty much that you see up here has been I've purchased at closeout stores. Yeah, like Odd Lot, Job Lot, Big Lots, the closeout, the discount stores. Or we go over to TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Home Goods. You go
Oh
inside
my
of where they have the food and
Where's
stuff.
the food section?
Stop.
And let me tell you, you'll see it so reduced. That's where I go to get the stuff. But you have to make sure, though,
That's
you
a life
check
hack.
you check the expiration date.
Wow.
But let me tell you, I'm just gonna tell you. You see this right here?
Yeah.
I wanted to show you this. This is a maple syrup. They call it salted caramel only because it has a little bit of sea salt in it. But it's pure maple syrup, not Aunt Jemima with all the hot fructose and all that. This is pure maple syrup that's good for you. This I paid $4.99 for. If you go on Amazon,
that would be
right?
like $10.
No. On Amazon, it is $15.99.
Whoa.
My God.
$15.99 on Amazon.
It's a little aggressive, Amazon.
And it's not expired because I had to marry to somebody that's so like, is it expired? You like to buy expired stuff, Fred Sanford. He's always calling me Fred Sanford. But let me tell you, the expiration date on here is what? You read it for me so you know I'm telling the truth.
12/31/24.
24. Bought at Big Lots. We got time. We got time. We got time to make things sweet. That's right. All right, so now I need you to test it. So you're going to put a little bit in the cup because you're going to test it.
Okie
And you're going to be
dokie.
honest and tell me if you like it
Oh,
or if you
I'm
don't
going
like
to be
it.
very honest, people.
All right. And then you want to try it too,
Of
Carla?
course.
All right.
Okay, so like, should I just how about I hook you up?
Just a little taste.
How about I hook you up? I'll hook myself up.
Now, sometimes what I might do is put a little bit of dates in there, but you got your raisins.
I mean, I'm good with the
Okay.
raisin.
We got any testers in the audience? Anybody want to test it?
Anybody?
We do.
All right,
We have a
come on up
tinker
here,
in the
Sally, with her
audience.
jacket.
All right.
You cute back there. You got a girlfriend, Morgan? You got one now.
So I could just give them some of these forks.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
All right.
So let's make this a team thing.
So
an
make sure
experience.
if it's not sweet enough, we can put a little bit more monk
That's
fruit
for
in there.
you.
Well, so go ahead.
And the
Come on, baby.
Here you go.
The young gentleman. Oh,
I'm gonna have you
my
pass this to the gentleman in the audience.
Absolutely,
Thank
because,
you.
You know, teamwork makes the dream work.
All right.
All right.
So let's
see if it's sweet enough.
let's do it together.
All right.
Okay, I'm really excited, to be honest.
All right. All right, team. Let's try it.
All right,
You ready, guys?
Ready.
Good. I'll put a little bit more
Monk fruit?
monk fruit,
A
maybe.
little sweet.
Wait.
Wait.
But
This is a
this is hitting different.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And you made it.
Listen, I really thought like I love quinoa, but I've always used it over
Like rice.
yeah.
Like rice as a
Like
side.
with dinner.
You didn't. You always had it as like a highlight. Not
Yeah.
a highlight, like an assistant.
Yeah, like it goes
Yeah.
under
Right.
my salmon.
Yeah. You didn't have it as a
salmon.
star.
Yeah.
You didn't,
Specifically.
you didn't have it as a star. It's a
No.
star. It's a star.
This changed the game.
Yeah.
This is only the beginning.
I'm telling you.
Where else are we gonna go?
DJ. Come on, you gotta be ready.
Wow.
Follow me. Come on, DJ.
This is so yummy.
This is very good.
It's good, right? I'm telling you. Now let me just tell you the price of the quinoa. All right. The quinoa for $6.99.
Wow.
You know how many
$6.99,
servings? You know how many servings you get out of that? You get a lot of servings, right?
Wow.
So that was something simple. You used raisins, you used quinoa, you used pecans, right? You had your little flavor in it, and you can do it according to what you like.
So I'll be honest.
Go ahead.
I'm not a huge raisin fan.
Okay.
You made me a believer today.
Oh, come on now.
You made me a believer.
You're a raisininer.
I'm a raisin.
You're a raisininer. There
Or
you go.
raisinette.
A raisinette. I like that even
Raisinette.
better. You're a raisinette. There you go.
Wow.
All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that quinoa and we need something to go savory now because now we're gonna make it a meal.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Ready.
Whoa.
So
what I like to do is I like to make my own veggie meat. So I'm
Okay.
going to pause a second. Plant-based is the buzzword now. You know how
Yes.
everything becomes a trend.
Very much so.
And there are things that we call plant-based that are not healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ketchup, they'll call it plant-based. It's not healthy. Ketchup is just sugar.
Wow.
Man,
It's
I love
sugar.
ketchup.
But it's all sugar. It's all sugar. So we have to start reading. That's one thing I just want everybody to realize. Somebody tell me 3 different names for sugar.
Glucose, fructose, and sugar.
No, there's others. There's more.
Oh.
You're right. Go ahead.
Sucrose.
Sucrose.
Sucrose,
All the
okay.
oses.
I was
All
about to say,
the
are we
O's.
just in the
That's-
O's
But
family?
there's
just
even more.
straight
So we know
O's.
the oses: dextrose, sucrose, maltose.
Yeah.
Right. But there's others.
Oh.
You know what else?
I
What?
know.
Natural flavors.
True.
They've been lying to us this whole
Sometimes they'll
time.
have natural flavors and it's sugar, and sometimes they say natural flavors and it's MSG. So we have to start reading. You know how you always hear people say what you don't know doesn't kill you? That's not true.
Wow.
My people perish for lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Ignorance is not bliss.
Oh man.
And there's certain things that are marketed in certain communities, certain neighborhoods, and then we wonder why our kids can't focus, then we wonder why we're volatile, when we're angry, why we're depressed, why we can't regulate our emotions.
Whoa.
Because it's in the food.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's in the food. So even for instance, people like to eat Beyond Meat, right? And what's the other one? Beyond Meat? What?
Impossible.
Impossible Burger.
Yeah.
What's in it?
Don't do this
Yeah.
to me. I don't know, but it's great.
Okay, it may taste great, and you may like it, but what's in it?
And that's my thing is that I try to stay away from like these new
Substitute.
quote unquote healthy mystery meats. I just think they're like the new popular mystery meats because I'm kind of like, well, if I want to go have a more plant-based diet, shouldn't I just try to incorporate more natural grains, fruits, veggies,
Right.
instead of trying to create fake meat
That's why
from
I
these
like you.
strange
That's why
things
I
out
like
the
you.
And
refrigerator?
then there's
Right.
me who wants a burger, but
Not a burger.
not a burger, but a burger.
Wow.
Right,
wow.
right. Well, thank you for being honest because it's true. Sometimes
Yeah.
people make that switch and they're having a hard time.
It's a struggle.
But the thing about it is, how many people do you know that's come down with cancer? Cancer is rampant now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We,
very
we
much so.
have this mind frame like it's the norm. So there has to be something in our water, in our food, in our air that's causing it.
Wow.
Right? So we say, oh, but I want that burger. Oh, but I love that sugar. Oh, you better get. And then next thing you know, there's a lump, there's a cyst, there's a fibroid, there's a hysterectomy, there's a tumor, there's
Wow.
chemo, there's radiation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Because I want that burger.
Oh.
I got to have that burger.
I'm gonna think about all of that the next time I go beyond everything.
But no condemnation. It's a process. Baby
Yeah.
steps, right? Baby steps. All right.
Definitely.
So I like to make veggie meat.
Okay.
I make my veggie meat with different nuts.
Oh.
And I also throw a couple raisins in there. Now you say raisins, veggie meat. Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot tell the raisins are in it.
I
Wow.
am ready for this.
You ready for this, right?
Ready.
Now the only thing that I don't have here that I normally would have is mushrooms too. Usually I'll put the mushrooms in with the nuts. But let me tell you something. You go ahead, when we put this together, you're gonna be like, oh my God. Oh my God,
Okay.
Miss Renee. Oh my God.
Oh my god! I'm gonna say it just like that. Oh my god!
Now this is a new blender that I have not used a lot, so it's not my normal blender, so it may take me a minute
We need
to
to
lock it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
While we're talking about these different things, I have a question.
Talk to me.
So I call Sister Renee. So just clarifying that. So what do you think about soy?
I hate it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
not
do
good.
nothing with soy.
So
Because also too, we gotta
Yeah.
remember that there's some foods that they are hormone disruptors,
You know.
right? So, but I tell you, years ago, I used to remember you hear about Dr. Sabi.
Yeah.
yes.
I used to go to Dr. Sabi way back in the 90s
Oh.
and talk to him. And I remember he said one day, he said, remember that plastic comes from the soybean plant.
Oh boy.
He said, just remember that.
It's a lot happening.
And I mean, that changed everything for me. Once
Too
he
many
said
revelations.
that, he said, just remember that. Now, I do believe that in places like China, okay, we may have to go smaller because this thing ain't doing what it need to do.
Okay.
Places like China or even Japan, sometimes it's a better quality soybean. They may not have processed like what we have processed, but I don't do soy.
Wow.
I don't do soy. I also find that soy, I have an allergy to it because
Yeah,
after a while you see a lot of phlegm. You know what I mean? I'll just feel it. I get a raspiness in my throat.
Wow.
So I think that's another thing we want with working with you about, where you start to be in tune with your body.
Yeah.
Because something might be considered a healthy food, but you may not agree with you. Like for
Right.
instance, take broccoli. Broccoli is a healthy food. I don't digest broccoli well.
Wow.
Whether I steam it, whether I boil it, whether I eat it raw, broccoli just does not sit well with me.
Wow.
It's nothing to do with the broccoli, it's the broccoli in me.
That's me with almonds, and that's what
Okay.
I was saying. I feel like there's a situation there, but I also would make a lot of tea lattes with almond milk, and so I'm sure my body.
Well,
was like,
I'm glad
"We're
that you
done."
said that. Because but you know what, Carla, I'm glad that you said that because maybe you can start making your own almond milk because that's what we do. We make our own almond milk. You soak your nuts. That was something that I didn't always do.
Yeah.
Is soak. I buy all raw nuts. Soak your nuts the night before. Pour off the tannins on it, which is a coat on the nuts that actually prevents it from absorbing. You have to absorb all the nutrients in it. So you want to soak it. You see the water look a little brown, and then you go ahead and add a purified water with it, and then you have your own almond milk. Because there's more than 2 ingredients in what you see in the refrigerator, right?
Yeah, because even our almond milk has gum
Yup,
in
guar
it.
gum in it.
Yeah.
But it's a thickening agent. It's a thickening
Wow.
agent, and they have carrageenan in it. A lot of times, I know a lot of people that love oat milk. They love oat milk, oat milk, because it's thick, it's frothy, it feels.
Yeah.
But
The
read the
greatness.
ingredients. Carrageenan is in it. All these fillers are in it.
Whoa.
We make oat milk too. We'll just do oats and water, and then just strain it.
Yeah.
Right?
Man.
You know,
All right. So
honestly,
Renee's like struggling with this.
The revelations are really hitting
All right,
I
here
tonight.
we
think I
go.
should type some buzzwords because we said a lot of buzzwords here.
Well, you know, that's the thing. For anybody else talking in the chat, mine in the chat.
I am, and not anybody right now at this moment.
Okay, we're not getting any juice over here.
Is some,
Are we plugged? Are we plugged up?
check the strip. Like sometimes.
The strip should light up, right?
Yeah. Do we need a reset button?
Thank you,
Whoop,
Carla.
there it is.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you.
Okay, so I use a lot of different nuts, but I don't grind all my nuts together at the same time because each nut has a different consistency.
Okay.
So I'll grind my walnuts by themselves, my pecans by itself, my almonds by itself. Then I put them together because they tend to butter at different states. And you don't want your veggie meat to have a butter consistency,
Huh.
right? You want it more crumbly,
Wow.
okay?
All right. So in here, what I put
Wow.
in here was what? Were you watching?
You put in raisins.
Get a bowl for me, please.
Sure. Let's see. I saw raisins. I think I saw walnuts. And maybe there was one other thing I missed.
Pecans.
Pecans. Okay.
Thank you. All right, so this would be the base. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this mixture in here,
Okay.
and then I'm going to add in the ground almonds that we had earlier,
Okay.
right?
Now, did you do those yourself or no?
Yes, I did.
You ground- okay.
They're soaked in the ground.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to ask you
Yeah.
to use a fork and fluff it. Now, what I
Sure.
like to do is, I'm glad that you mentioned soy. I like to make my own type of
How would I
soy
fluff it?
sauce, my own type of marinade, right?
Okay.
Because you can control what's in it. You can control what's in it.
So how would you like me to get these together? Do you want
Just-
to push
just-
down or just
Just
fluff it around?
Just fluff 'em.
play with. Okay.
Just fluff them.
All right.
All right. So this is cherry juice.
Okay.
That's all it is. Tart cherry juice. The ingredients. So what does it say? Read that for me, Yvette.
like in big letters, okay? No artificial additives, preservatives, colorings, flavorings, added sugar, stabilizers, GMO. So that
$3.50.
sounds pretty nice.
$3.50. This will not be $3.50 at Whole Foods.
No.
Whoa, how much would it be?
This at least about $7, $8.
Whoa, big
Right?
difference.
$3.50. Got it at Ocean Lot, another discount store. What do I do is I'll use a fruit juice, a pure fruit juice, and that will become the base for my marinade. One of the things that I found that really motivated me to do Working What You Got is that people are afraid to make a mistake when they cook. They're afraid to botch it up,
Me.
right?
Definitely
Wow.
me.
So you can't be afraid. That's a knot. That's a knot that you have to get rid of.
Wow.
We got to take that knot out.
Okay.
If it comes out wrong, toss it. Or just do it over again. But you have to be willing to try something different. And a lot of times, I don't eat that. I don't want that.
I don't do
and
that.
we do all of that, right? And one of the things that we saw with COVID is that we had to be able to pivot.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
You
much
had
so.
to be able to pivot.
Yes.
Because if you were looking for things to look like this, you would stay frustrated, you would stay aggravated, you
Yeah.
would feel helpless, you would feel hopeless. But you had to be able to pivot.
Yes.
I can't afford this. So guess what? I'm going to try that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amen.
Wow.
Right?
Amen.
You
Yeah.
have to be able to pivot. And guess what? That's life altogether. We don't know what's up the road.
That's true.
Come on.
We don't know what's up the road.
Preaching.
So the whole thing we have to do is to be able to take the knots out and try something different.
Yeah,
Okay,
wow.
that's enough of my soapbox. So
Okay.
now,
That's
so I took cherry juice, right?
Yeah.
I would take a little cherry juice, just a little bit. That's like my base. That was messy. Let me take a little napkin.
a good one. Okay. You're not trying to be perfect.
All
You're not
right.
trying to be perfect.
All right, so take a little bit of cherry juice. You can give us some sounds, Rick. I see you sound like you want to put something up there. Come on. Go ahead. And I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
This is a little point. I just throw out a lot of stuff. So when I'm talking, the best thing to do, anybody that's listening, is just grab notes because I just spit them
You're
out.
gonna have the notepad ready.
Okay, so we cook olive oil a lot.
Yeah.
You don't want to cook olive oil.
What about avocado or almond? No.
No, you don't want to cook oil.
Oh, really?
Oh man, what
You
do I
don't
want to do?
You want to put it on after you eat.
You know
There's
what?
a lot of toxins that are released once it's heated.
Come on.
Whoa.
So you want to do that. So listen, so now I got the cherry juice, right?
Changing the
You
game.
are really like
Cherry juice,
shaking it up right now.
a little bit of olive oil.
How am I gonna cook now?
All right.
I'm not gonna
I
let
need
her-
some help.
No, we need
Well,
to
guess
pivot.
what?
We need to pivot.
right? But also too,
Yeah.
we're so used to we got to put a little butter in the pan, we got to put a
Yeah.
little oil in the pan
Yeah.
because it's gonna stick, it's gonna burn.
Yeah.
But guess what? It goes into your cholesterol, it goes into your blood, it goes into your heart.
See, I'm stressed.
Guess what? If you put a little bit of sea salt, not a lot.
Okay.
A little bit of sea salt, just
Yeah.
a little bit, because you
Yeah.
want to watch your sodium.
Yes.
And now drop those ingredients in there and stir it up. Especially if you're doing plant-based nuts.
It starts to create its own.
Say it again.
It starts to create its
Say it
own
for me
oil.
back.
It starts to create its own oil, people.
Its own oil.
I had no clue.
So, for instance, if I kept grinding those walnuts by itself,
Yeah.
what would be on the top?
Like a
like-
residue, like
yeah.
a oilish looking thing.
No.
A oilish looking thing?
A oily
Oil.
type
Oil.
situation.
Oil. The oily situation is
Oil.
Thank you. Right. It's oil, right? But it's naturally occurring.
I think it's because, and you know it's funny, it goes back to like that group thing. We were just, for generations, you don't even realize.
Wow.
Yes,
My
I
mama
have to-
always put her butter in there when she
Butter.
fry her eggs. You don't make fry no eggs and you put no butter in that pan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need butter in the pan. That's the bad, but that's the butter she like. That ain't no real fried eggs. I can't eat eggs like that.
Oh man. Oh my
I'm looking
god.
at baby daddy.
Huh?
Baby daddy. I wouldn't say his name. Baby daddy. I love baby daddy.
That is crazy.
But it's a mindset, and I love that you made that correlation because that's what Working What You Got is. It's
Wow.
taking the knots out your mind.
Yeah.
It might have been how you were raised.
Yes.
It may have been how Aunt Mama Tilda did it. But
Yeah.
guess what? You know better, so you're gonna do
Do better.
Do
True.
better.
you're gonna do better. But we hold on to it. You
Yeah.
can have those old recipes that you love,
Yeah.
but now go ahead and make them different.
Wow.
Make them healthy. Nobody said that you can't make yams. We love yams. Where's my daughter back
Yeah,
there?
I love
We
yams.
love
Yeah,
yams.
love 'em.
But how we do yams? We take our
Yams.
yams. Come on, Ricky, pump it up, Ricky. Oh, we need a dance break. Come on, dance break.
Okay.
Pump it up, Rick. Come on, Rick. Come on, Rick. This is our yam dance. We all got yams.
I am not a toy, I'm not a baby.
Hey.
Huh, huh.
Come on, Rick. Pump that up. Cause my love is guaranteed. Woo! All right. Let's get it back together. So talking about yams, how do we do yams? Yams are great.
Yes.
We go ahead and wash those yams, slice them up.
Yeah.
We could just even put them in a steamer. Or sometimes what I do is I slice them up, put them in a pan on the stove with a little bit of apple juice. Pure apple juice, not the stuff on the shelf. Not the stuff on the shelf. You want to, when you go in the grocery store, you want to do the parameter of the grocery store. Once you start going up and down the aisles, that's where all the artificial stuff is, because it has to have a shelf life. It has a shelf life. Everything around the
My
circumference
mind.
of the grocery store is refrigerated,
Yeah.
right? It has less preservatives. But once you start going down the aisles,
I know.
right? You got me?
Blown.
Right.
Mind
So,
blown.
Same. That's
you follow what I'm saying? So the brown apple juice, the stuff that is pressed apples.
Yes.
that you just- all right? So I put a little bit of apple juice in the pan, slice the yams up in there, put the pot of, the little cover on top of it,
Yeah.
let it get tender. Throw in your cinnamon.
Yeah.
Right? If you want, throw in, you don't like raisins, right? So you won't put raisins in yours, but maybe, I don't know if you like dates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chop up some dates, put that in there. Or what I like to do is put apples. Sometimes I put apples in there. Put a little bit of maple syrup if you want. If
Okay.
you want maple syrup,
Okay.
right? And
Why
just
not?
like how we did the vanilla, we did the cinnamon.
I love a little
That's
vanilla
yams.
extract, yeah.
Those yams are delicious. We don't need the marshmallow. We don't need the butter.
or the brown
We don't need
sugar
all of it. We don't
and
need
the
brown
syrup.
sugar and the syrup, the K-roll syrup.
At the
The
same
K-roll
time.
syrup.
The
We don't need the K-roll syrup. All right? Okay.
We do not need the camera.
Whoa.
All right, so listen, I'm starting to make a marinade here, right? This
Okay.
marinade, what did I put in? Anybody was watching? I put in
Olive oil, cherry juice. Is this apple cider? What's
apple
happening?
cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar.
This
Okay.
apple cider vinegar is a staple. Write it down. Apple
It's
cider vinegar, staple.
apple
staple.
cider vinegar
I'm gonna
is
show
a
you so many
staple.
things to do with apple cider vinegar. Somebody give me a time check, please.
Okay.
Are 8:17.
Oh, okay, we're good. All right, so apple cider vinegar, thebomb.com. So
Okay.
now I want to create a marinade for my meat.
Okay.
Right? Because my nuts are my meat.
Okay.
So if I want to go Caribbean, I would do my onion powder, my garlic powder, then put even thyme,
Yes.
and then I put a little clove. Because
Okay.
the clove is what gives a little powdered clove, a little bit.
Okay.
You know, just a little bit if I want to go Caribbean. But if I want to go maybe Mediterranean,
Okay.
or I wanted to go more Indian,
Okay.
right? I would put the onion powder, garlic powder. I wouldn't really do the thyme. I put a little cayenne, a little
Curry,
black pepper,
no?
a little curry. But really, this little bad boy right there. You
What
see?
we got?
Where we got it? Go down, down, down,
All right,
down,
let's find
down,
them.
down. Cumin.
Oh, yes. This make the curry pop, too.
You make the curry pop.
Yeah.
Even if you want to go Mexican, cumin.
Cumin, yeah.
Right? So there's a couple
Yeah.
of staples you have. Have your onion powder, have your garlic powder. Get your cumin, get your clove. Right? All right. So we're gonna put that a little bit of that in here.
Let's get
Wow.
spicy up in here.
Yeah, and you know what?
I'm coming over your house for dinner.
Okay.
Now remember something. Now. Cumin is like a guest that won't leave.
Wow.
So you gotta really not do too much with cumin because
Okay.
it can overpower.
Like a guess.
You know what I mean?
That won't leave.
Yeah, cumin will just like stay too long.
Gentlemen.
So
Okay.
I want you to go ahead and put some onion powder in here.
Okay.
Here we go. Don't go far.
Oh,
right here.
hello.
Already
So
prepared.
this is what I like to do. When I make my marinades, I make them in a cup first. Then you're gonna go ahead and put it into your meat. You're not gonna ruin your meat by putting it in there like,
First.
You know, get your marinade to taste the way you want it to taste.
So we always want to try it, right?
Absolutely.
Before we
before
Okay.
you put it
Tell
on
me
your
when to
ingredients.
stop.
I'm
Or...
not telling you. This is working what you
Oh,
got.
this is
How
for what
would
I
you do
got.
it for yourself?
Well, I mean, I'm very
Do it like
I'm a
you
little
do it.
stingy with the seasoning.
Are
People,
you?
I know this is like not
Yeah?
practical.
You're black?
Yeah, but it's because
Oh,
people, I'm sorry, but I always wanted to avoid the way that my family did things.
So you
So
like
I
this way?
tried to use less of
Seasoning?
yeah.
Okay.
And going to different restaurants, I noticed that you don't have to have extremely salty
Oh, yeah.
or extremely
Yeah.
like, overpowering seasoning to make a great dish.
Come on, girl.
And yeah, your girl cut back on the seasonings. I know. Don't please still invite me to the barbecue.
Yeah.
Please.
Just don't bring
okay.
anything. Don't
Just,
bring
yeah,
anything. That's all.
listen.
That's
I'll
all.
do juice. I'll bring the soda, y'all.
Bring the ice.
I'll bring the
Bring the
water,
ice.
not
Bring
the
ice.
soda.
Right, Professor? Let him bring the ice. Don't bring the
Don't
potato.
bring the potato. I'll bring the potato.
Don't come for my potato salad.
All right, so now you're going to need to taste that. So we need to give you some type of little.
I still have a fork here and a little
That's
cup
your-
right there.
Okay,
So yeah.
Okay, it says put it in here because we
All
don't
right.
double dip. We're not nasty chefs.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Okay, just a little.
Okay,
All right,
DJ.
Jojo.
Good.
All right, but it might need some salt. So I want you to taste this marinade
Okay.
and see if there's something you would want in here.
Okay, let's get some weight behind that fork. Actually,
It's okay.
I'm just gonna sit this fork down right here.
That's good.
Okay, so we don't spill it.
All right.
All right, y'all.
Here we go.
Am I gonna eat my own potato salad? I know we're
I
about
mean,
to
like,
find
should I be
out.
trying this too?
No,
Like,
Like-
she has to get the marinade right because
Oh,
then
right,
she's going
right,
to put it on her meat.
understood.
I'm actually not mad at it.
Okay.
You know,
I'm actually not mad at it.
Okay, what would you want to put in it?
A little salt,
Salt,
because if I want
yes.
it savory, I
Okay.
definitely think I need a little salt.
Okay, go get your
So
salt.
let's find that.
You see it?
Right
Yes,
here?
Yes. Now you
Right,
want to
so-
be un poquito. They don't want to overdo
Just
the
a little bit,
salt.
because the pink Himalayan, this salt is a little stronger, right? I feel like it's more powerful, no?
Well,
What do you think?
Well, iodized salt and like the stuff you see on the, those are made in the lab, right?
Yeah.
So this is sea salt, right?
Yeah.
So it is what it says it is.
All right, so I'm not gonna put a lot in here because it's only a little bit.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you're doing a lot right now, though.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot.
I'm going back to
So
black.
All right. So this is your. Okay. That's yours.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's see.
Are you a pepper person?
Yeah, I don't mind yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So then you need cayenne. Now cayenne is another staple. Ding, ding, ding.
I love cayenne.
Tell me some staples I told you already.
Onion powder.
What else?
Cumin.
Yes.
Did we say garlic?
Oh,
Cider vinegar.
apple cider vinegar. Changing the game.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Cayenne is a staple for me.
Cayenne.
Not everybody has the tolerance for cayenne, but cayenne is so good, especially COVID, viruses, flu, RSV. Especially, I did a lot of programs in schools. I walked with cayenne in my bag.
whoa.
I put cayenne in my smoothies
Wow.
because kids have germs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kids are the germiest.
they are. They are. Kids have
Seriously.
germs, and also people who work in airports.
And
They
cayenne.
have germs.
So I added a little more of our marinade to balance out the salt that I put in there. I'm liking it right
You're
now.
liking it? Okay,
Yeah, I'm liking
so
it right
now that she created a marinade that she would want for her veggie meat.
Yeah, that's
right?
right.
So now she would just heat it up on the pan, right?
This is
You-
incredible.
You go ahead and you take that meat, right? So what we're gonna do is, well, you know what? This is yours, right?
Yeah, that's mine.
That's yours.
So let's just go ahead and put a little bit in there.
All right. So she's
And I have my own fork, so I
Right.
could go ahead and use that.
we want enough in there,
Okay.
but Carla didn't get in there. All right. So this,
Okay.
we're gonna stir it up. Where's your
Okay.
fork? This is your
That's
fork,
my
right?
fork, yeah.
All
So
right.
how about I
Stir it up. Stir it up. You gotta
Okay.
stir it up.
All right, so let's go
Put some
ahead.
elbow grease in there.
All right, y'all.
So now you would heat that on the pan. Now, say for instance, if we had a stove, I would have chopped up onions. I would chop up green pepper.
Yeah,
I would
I
chop
need
up.
pepper.
Sometimes I do a little bit of celery, but sometimes celery can turn in a different direction.
Okay.
Right. But go ahead on your onions, your green pepper, your garlic. In your pan with your marinade. Dump in your nuts. Stir it up. Now
that's
you have
incredible.
the veggie meat. You drop in some cooked black beans or some cooked red beans. You got chili.
Woo.
You got chili.
Wow.
Remove the beans. Put in a good tomato sauce. You got meat sauce.
Whoa.
It's a wrap.
Right?
This is
You
incredible.
can take that same meat and you can get a pita, or or even if you get a collard green leaf
Yeah.
or kale leaf, and you can now put the quinoa, put the veggie meat, some shredded carrots, roll it up. Come on now.
I'm gonna go ahead and try this now.
Okay, wait, no, you can't try it like
I can't. All right.
All right, so you need
Here
the
we go.
whole.
I was ready, y'all. I was ready.
Too. I
All
was ready
right.
too, girl.
I mean, like, this,
All right.
I'm getting really excited.
I'm just happy that I can now work with what I got.
Okay.
My entire
Same.
like foundation in the kitchen has been rocked.
Okay, so
Change.
now
Change forever.
we took that quinoa. This is now an accent for the quinoa. Any questions in the chat? Nobody in the chat asking anything?
Nothing yet.
Oh, this is your fork.
Yep.
All right, put it together.
All right, so now it's time. It's time. Okay.
You seem nervous.
I don't know.
Because this is the meat.
Just imagine it'll be hot. It will be heated. What are your thoughts? What would you need?
I'm not changing nothing on this.
I'm like,
Now, come on. All right, Carla, you ready?
am I making my marinade?
No, we're gonna make you a
I
marinade.
said, I was like, am I making my marinade?
So, okay, we're gonna make you a fresh marinade.
I don't
So-
want to get fired, y'all. I have to stop eating.
So
Wow.
this is but this one we didn't eat from this.
No.
Okay.
I
So,
have a quick question here
Talk to
from
me,
the
Mama.
chat.
Okay.
How long does the veggie meat stay fresh?
okay, this is the thing. Once you start putting onions in things, it spoils quicker.
Okay, how quick?
I usually find that once onions are in it and you refrigerate it within 3 days, 72 hours, you want to go ahead and,
Let it
you want to eat it and you're done. But if you prepare, like what I might do is make the ingredients. I like to wrap it in paper towel,
Okay.
put it in my freezer bag.
Okay.
And then now I can take it out and use it as needed.
Wow.
And that can stay for 2-3 weeks. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Once you put the seasonings in, especially onion, it will spoil faster. So when I freeze it, I'm not freezing it with the seasoning in it, just the dry ingredients, your nuts, your raisins in there.
Okay.
All right? Hope that answered the question, whoever that was.
Yeah.
So we're making you your own, right? So you said
Yeah.
you don't do pepper. You don't.
You know, throw it in there.
No,
I'm
I don't want you uncomfortable.
Oh no, trust me, I promise it'll be totally fine. Especially when you talked about all of the
I'm not sure if we
benefits.
put salt in that one,
Okay.
so she might need a little savor.
Okay. Go ahead. Get a little.
Add a little salt.
Yeah. Do you want to? Let's see. Oh, let's go. You tell me, because this is for you.
You know,
Okay.
I'm trusting you in
Wow.
this moment.
That's a lot of trust. I wouldn't even trust myself, but
A
it's
little
fine.
bit. A little bit.
Start high up.
Just a little bit.
It's
more.
okay. You don't gotta be
Sorry,
scared
y'all.
now.
Well, if you want it.
I told you I'm not
Look,
making
I
the
said
potato
you gotta be
salad,
scared
okay? So.
All right. So now you remember
That's
you're
what-
eating
yeah.
at room temperature. Everything to me. I like hot food. You
Yeah.
know, so remember it would be hot. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we need a little plate for Carla.
All right.
And we need some quinoa. You're gonna plate her, right? Come
All right,
on.
let's
use this
plate.
plate right here.
Okay.
This plate is clean. It just had the spoon
Sounds
on
good.
it. All right, Carla. You like seasoning, but you don't want hot. So how about if I do a little black pepper? Would that be okay for you?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, we'll do a little black pepper for you.
Okay.
Anybody have questions in the audience? Any thoughts, questions?
Any
No?
takers?
No, you good? Feel free. See, you don't have to worry about what's in the ingredients because you're controlling it.
Yeah.
You also don't have to worry that you can't afford certain things because you're buying it,
Yeah. Wow.
right? We have to get back in the driver's seat and start making informed decisions and not giving whatever they're feeding us.
And you know what this other issue is I've noticed for me? It's the convenience. We're always on the go,
wow.
and we rarely want to sit down
Good.
and take that extra step and say, okay, I can't find this for a certain price, you know, here at this store, because I know, like,
Well, I always say we pay for it now or you'll pay for it later,
Wow.
right? You'll pay for it later. So I don't know if you need more salt, you might need more pepper.
I'm gonna let y'all know.
All right?
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right,
Yeah,
Paula.
you may
dun,
have to
dun,
get
dun, dun.
used to the texture too. I think that's something to think
also
about.
too,
but
when it's heated,
Yes.
it has raisins in it, Carla.
Wow.
what's happening?
It has raisins in there.
This is great.
Changing the game, right?
this
Rocked
is-
your whole foundation.
And what you
In the
can
kitchen,
do too,
yeah.
because I understand the convenience part, you might
Wow.
just have a day that's your prep day.
Right. I've been trying to do that more. Literally, because I think anything in life, it takes work.
It does, absolutely. All right, so we're gonna move on to our dessert. Now we did quinoa with the breakfast.
This is a phenomenal.
We did quinoa with a meal. Now we want to take that quinoa and see how we would do it if we were going to do it as a dessert.
Wow,
Right.
A dessert.
this is exciting.
A dessert. Anybody know tahini?
Yeah.
What is tahini? You know what it's made out of?
I feel like
Spicy.
No. Anybody know what tahini is made out of?
I've heard of it. I have no idea what it is.
If you get falafel, sometimes they'll have a sauce.
Yeah.
All right. So what tahini is simply is ground sesame seeds.
Oh, that's right. I get
And
that.
the other thing we have to do is be open to trying other cultures, right? So I a lot of times will go also to the Indian markets because a lot of what they eat is plant-based and it's much more affordable.
Okay.
So
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a quick question here from
sure,
the chat.
please talk to me.
Where can we find these recipes after tonight?
We will post them, or they also can find them if they look me up on IG on Miss Renee JP.
All right. Let me put that here.
Okay, can you
Okay.
give me that fork, please?
Okay, sure.
All right, so I just want to tell you something. Tahini is usually used in a savory way. It's that sauce that you would put with falafel. Some, Mediterranean food, right?
Yes.
They would have it as the sauce. I like to use tahini in savory and in sweet ways too.
Okay.
So I'm going to stir it up because it's ground sesame seeds.
Okay.
This is what it looks like.
Wow.
Chris, are we including you in this conversation? Can you see? Chris trying to stay up. He's yawning and stuff. All right, but you can see good? Okay. So that's what it is. It's kind of just gets water. You got to stir it up because it settles on the bottom.
Okay.
Now, I like to use it in a sweet way.
Okay.
Because
What should I grab? Should I grab something for you?
I'm looking for the lemon.
Okay. Well, how about I'll stir this up?
Yes?
Do you want to find the lemon?
Yes, I'll find the lemon.
All
Thank
right.
you. All right. So sesame seeds, first of all, they're really good for you. But sesame seeds by themselves, like in a tahini, they have a little bitterness to them. It has a little bitterness to them. So now what we want to do is work with what we got, right?
Right.
Yes.
Now, first of all, that tahini is cheap. You can use it in a lot of different ways. You can put olive oil and apple cider vinegar with it, with some minced garlic, and get a wonderful dressing for a salad. But now I can take that same tahini and I'm going to put a little bit of lemon juice with it.
Ooh.
And when I put a squeeze of the lemon, what it's going to do is cut the tartness, the bitterness of the sesame.
Whoa.
That's all it's going to do. I don't want a lemon flavor per se. I just want to cut that type of pungent sesame. So what I need you to do, Yvette, is
Yes.
you're just going to take a little bit of the tahini and put it in here.
Okay, great. Let me see.
Just stir. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Let
put
me
it
just
in
get
here.
it good.
Yep. Just go ahead.
Tell me when to
It's
stop.
like runny. Go ahead.
Okay.
Just pour it.
Yeah,
Come
just
on,
pour it
girl.
in.
Come on, pour it
Don't be
in.
stingy.
Don't be stingy.
Okay.
Come on. All right. Okay. No mas. No mas.
Okay.
Good. All right. So I have some of it. It's like runny peanut butter.
Okay.
And
That's
I'm gonna,
exactly what it looks
it looks like
like.
runny peanut butter, right? See, and that's another thing that would turn us off. Oh, I don't like the way that looks. Oh, that looks
Yeah.
nasty.
That doesn't.
And then we won't try it.
Yeah.
And we
yeah.
don't know, you know what I mean? Like, come on. But so what? Make it look like what you want it to look like.
Right.
All right, so now we squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in here. It's just a cut. And I'm going to use this because I think we're running out of utensils.
Yeah. Let me just
You
go.
working with what you got.
I'm working
Come
what I
on.
got.
Work.
So now what
I'm here
going
to remind.
what I'm going to do is I took that tahini, right? And Yvette, I need, over there is date syrup.
Okay.
No, over here is date syrup. Sorry, girl.
Okay.
Date syrup.
I was too busy still
Read the,
eating my savory.
read the ingredients.
All right. Here we go. Ingredients. Deglet nor dates. That's it.
That's it.
There's only one ingredient. So there should not be a whole storybook under ingredients, is what you're telling me.
I just say 5 or less.
Okay.
Once it's more than 5 ingredients, my eyebrows go up. I need
Okay.
5 or less.
Okay.
That's just my rule of thumb. So
Okay.
now, in this date syrup is how many ingredients?
1.
And what's the ingredient?
It's a date.
It's
It literally
dates.
dates.
It's pureed dates. Right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the dates, date syrup, and I'm gonna put it in here. Right?
Okay.
And I told you that I'm a cinnamoner.
Cinnamon.
I'm a cinnamoner. So let's put a little cinnamon in here.
Okay.
We're making a dessert, Mama. We're making a dessert.
Ooh,
That's
whoa, that
okay.
was hefty.
That's all right,
Yeah,
Mama.
good.
I
All
like
right.
seasoning.
All
All right.
What else do you need?
Nothing. I just
Okay.
want to make sure it's sweet enough.
Okay.
I'm looking for a utensil that I
Okay.
can use.
How about I go and rinse one of these for you? How you like
I think you can right over there.
that? Sounds good.
Inside that, you can use that spray bottle right there, that peroxide spray bottle.
Sure.
You can rinse it and use that on there. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
So now it's thicker, right? Remember it was runnier before? It looked like, light baby poop. Now it's looking a little better because we do eat with our eyes. We eat with our eyes, right? All right. What are we making?
We're making a dessert.
We're making a
A
dessert.
yummy dessert.
I'm just thoroughly loving this entire situation.
Because what I'm hoping is that now when you look at your kitchen, you look at your cupboard, you see it with different eyes. You see possibilities. And that's how we should see our life. See it with possibilities. Oh, this is a lifestyle. It's not just cooking, it's a lifestyle. All right. So, all right. All right.
All right, and I'm back. What's
Girl.
going on?
Uh-oh.
Did you hook it up?
Yeah, don't put it in the wrong
Did you
thing.
hook it up?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I
She was so
when,
excited.
I like when flavors pop. I need just a little bit more lemon,
Okay.
but this pops. All right. So this is what we're doing. We are now going to make a dessert. So with my dessert, I'm going to take. These were what? Anybody remember?
Crushed almonds.
Crushed almonds. This is going to be our crumbs. It's going to be our crumbs.
Wow.
Like how you make a cheesecake. or you,
Yes.
make it type, you have crumbs,
Yes.
almonds. So what we're going to do is put some cinnamon in here.
Okay. All right.
Because remember, I'm telling you how you take the same ingredients that you have and how to
keep
use
reworking
them.
them.
Reworking them. Come on, girl.
This is like
clip-ins.
taking a pair of shoes or something and like remixing it, or a blouse with so many different ways. Like
Yeah.
use it for the fall, the spring, the
Come on,
winter, the
come on.
summer.
That's right.
That,
Throwing
like
a
this
tight-
this
That's
is
right.
the
Thing.
summer dress that we use all year long.
And you put a
but with
cardigan on it.
ingredients.
Put a
Or
cardigan.
Come
turtleneck.
on.
There you go. You got
This
it. You're
is-
getting it. You're getting it.
This
You
is
get-
different. This is hitting different.
Thank you, Ricky. Come on, pump it up. Put some vanilla in here. Come on. I need you to not be
More?
scared.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Just do it.
Don't be scared to mess it up.
Don't be scared. Come on.
Don't be scared.
Don't be
Come
scared.
on.
Don't be scared to mess it up.
All right. So I need you over there. Is
Okay.
some monk fruit that
Oh,
looks
yes.
like brown
The
sugar.
monk fruit that we
Oh.
had for breakfast.
This
Yeah.
is the monk fruit. Okay, so
in
we
front
have
of it,
this one.
That one. It looks
and
like
now we have
brown
this
sugar.
one. Okay, great.
But it's monk fruit. So
Looks
now,
like brown sugar.
put it in here. We're making our crumbs. Come on. Come on, hurry
Okay.
up.
What
Let's-
else we got?
let's put it in
Just
there.
we're gonna pour it.
Come on. Okay, that's good.
Good. Okay.
Stir it. Hey, stir it up, stir it up. Hey, hey, stir it up, stir it up. Hey, stir it up, stir it up.
All right.
A little salt.
A little bit. Just a little bit. All right.
What else we're looking for? Anything?
I really wanted you real quickly. Can you cut some apples for me?
Sure. Let's make it happen.
Real quick.
All right. Great.
Just clean it.
Yep.
Clean it off. How quick can you do it?
Quick, quick, quick.
All right. So we're gonna
Oh,
make
quick question here.
yes.
Where can you find date syrup?
Date syrup. Actually, this date syrup, I got it at Big Lots, at one of the discount stores. But if you want all things dates,
Yeah.
definitely try your Indian markets. Your Indian
Okay.
Asian markets, they use dates a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any particular way, or just go for it?
Yeah, you want to take that skin off of it though.
Okay.
I love how you were also saying, don't be afraid of other cultures.
Oh,
and literally
absolutely.
just taking a step into the different
And
cultures.
that's right. That's right. And learning, because we learn from each other, right?
We do. One of my best friends, she always.
Okay, so Yvette is peeling apples in a really weird way.
Yeah,
She is
like
So-
crazy.
I'm scared that you might hurt yourself, so let me just
We
help
just
you.
helping one
Thanks.
another.
But
we are helping.
not that I don't trust you. I just
No,
care for you
I
so
want
much.
you to do it and show me how you do it so that I'm like not nervous to do it my way.
Okay, yeah, because that way was really scary. Yeah. All right. So I'm glad that I was able to help.
Each
Thank
one
you.
teach one.
Thank
in
you,
this
yes.
But you're right, Carla. It is about not being afraid. You can do that part. Go ahead. I know.
Yeah,
It was just
I
the
got
peeling
this.
part. The peeling
Yeah,
part.
I got the
Yeah,
peeling.
it is about
Yep.
not being afraid of other cultures and being willing to try other things. Being able to pivot and learn. Watch your thumbs. Watch your fingers. Tuck those fingers
I
in.
got you. I'm tucking them.
All right. That's enough.
Good.
And realizing that you can learn from somebody else.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Chop them up. Chop them up. Chop them up.
Smaller, smaller.
Yep. Chop them up.
Okie doke.
All right.
How small you want it?
Her with the knife makes me a little nervous. Okay. All right. You're a good stirrer though. You stir the hell out of stuff, but the knife. I know.
I'm not really sure how
That's
you
okay.
want them cut. I'm not.
No, it's just the way you're holding it makes me a little nervous. And
Okay.
I just would prefer you don't bleed on the live stream, but
I won't, I promise.
I don't want you to bleed at all, but definitely not on the live stream. Babe. All right. So what we're gonna do is we just kind of chopped it up. All right. So we're gonna make a little parfait. All right,
Okay.
Mamacita.
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
parfait.
Put your crumble at the bottom.
Okay.
Oh,
Just scoop them out with your hand. That's why you have gloves
if
on.
you want, what if you wanted like a chocolate situation?
Girl, I got cocoa. I am a chocolater.
Ooh,
No,
going
not
down.
all of it. We gotta
Okay.
share with other people, Mama.
Oh, okay.
I see what you're with the bottom.
Now layer, baby, layer.
Okay,
layer.
so
This
now
is
what's
like
next?
Oh,
we're
this
gonna
is
layer.
exciting.
We're gonna take some.
Are you all
This is-
excited out there? I'm excited about this.
All right. So we're gonna make a parfait. All right.
So you want the apple next, or do you want this?
I want the cream.
Cream next,
Yeah, I want
okay.
your cream. Put the cream right
Okay,
on top
let's
of there,
do
on
this.
top of your
Let's do
thumbs.
this, yeah.
Not all of it. Just
Okay,
some.
I won't be too. See, I went
We
from
can make some-
stingy to aggressive.
Yeah,
You know, it's
because we
just,
gotta give some to
we
Carla.
gotta find the balance.
There you
Find
go.
the balance. Find the
Beautiful,
balance,
beautiful.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, and now we want a little bit of that apple in
Yeah,
there.
put that apple right on top.
Okay.
This is so
And guess
exciting.
what? I'm gonna let Carla be the one to try it
Yes.
first.
Let her have it.
This
Carla,
is-
you gotta scoop. You gotta get all three layers.
Don't worry.
You gotta boom, boom, boom. You gotta
I'm
do all
excited
of
for
them.
this. Ooh.
Don't mix it up. Just
You're
go
right,
down
you're right.
and up.
Just go. Okay, here
Down
we
and
go.
up,
Here we go.
Mama. What do you think? You don't have to gas me up. If there's something you don't like, you don't like.
Look, Shaka says sweet surrender, and that's exactly what just happened.
Yeah?
My God. It's so good.
Apples,
This is great.
almonds. Right? Now we could have put the couscous. We could have put the quinoa in there. You could have mixed the quinoa in with the crumble.
Yeah.
Right? And just make the crumble have more protein or whatever. But you got almonds in there.
And the crumble again was the almonds, monk fruit, sugar.
Not
and-
sugar. Monk fruit sweetener.
Wow.
Sorry.
Can't believe it's not
Fruit
sugar.
Sweetener. Right. Literally can't believe it's not sugar.
A pinch of salt and cinnamon.
Salt and cinnamon.
That's it. That's the crumble. Then you had the tahini. What was the cream?
Oh, right.
Was tahini and date
Tahini.
syrup.
Date syrup, lemon.
Lemon, just to cut it. That was it. And then we chopped up apples. No high fructose, no MSG, none of the other stuff that's gonna cause fibroids and cysts and hysterectomies and
Jeez.
all kinds of stuff, right?
Cause you know
Because
what?
we have a temple. And we're gonna take care of this temple. You ready to
And
try
that,
yours?
that's the funny part. Is
back
it's
to the
like,
knife again, Mama.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
chopping. I'm finishing up my chop
so
for the
happy to
last
be
set
here.
of apples.
Okay, let me just
Are
cut
you
it
all
for
happy
you.
to be
Go
here?
ahead.
Out in the
Go ahead,
audience?
talk. Go ahead, talk.
But
That's what I'm saying.
you know, it's interesting that you say like your temple because you know some of us we grew up maybe in the church like myself.
Amen.
And when we
Same.
think about the temple and like keeping your temple, we always thought about it in other ways. But we never talked about what we ate.
Well, that's because a lot of gluttony happens in the church.
Amen. Right after service.
And I'm not dissing anybody because I go to church, but some things we just act like that's the pardonable sin,
Wow.
right? So go ahead, lay it.
Yeah, okay,
But
let's
we
go
all
ahead.
fall short.
Is this the last
No
dish?
shade
Can we-
for the church. I
should
love
we
the
just
church.
give it all
Go
up
ahead,
now?
Give it all
right,
up. Give it
let's
up.
do it.
Give it
But
what
you
you
know
got.
what?
All
And
right.
also recently,
Okay, middle.
All
you
right.
know, you're talking about hormones and things. You don't even realize how your mood is being affected when you eat the wrong things.
Absolutely.
Like,
Let me tell you, there's a book that changed my life because I was definitely addicted to sugar, and I have to mind myself because I will go on a sugar. But sugar is a drug.
Wow. Yeah.
Sugar is a drug. There's a book that changed my life probably about 30 years ago. It's called Sugar Blues. Sugar Blues, and it just tells you there's so many things that happens with sugar that we don't realize. Sugar is a drug.
Wow.
There's more, rats will go more towards Oreo cookies than cocaine.
Wow.
It's a drug.
Yikes.
All right, so go ahead.
All right.
Do what you do.
Let's.
All right, so we got 3 different things we did. We did a breakfast. We did
a savory
a
dish.
savory, and then we did a dessert. What did we buy?
Nuts.
This.
Nuts,
Fruit.
right? Whatever fruit you want. Go ahead, keep on going.
Juice.
Juice, pure juice.
Pure juice.
We're
to be
not
specific.
getting ocean spray.
Oil.
We're not doing right.
We're not doing ocean
We're
spray.
not doing that.
Not up in here.
Oil.
Oil. Apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar.
Himalayan salt.
And your spices. Just
Yeah.
play with your spices.
Oh.
What do you think?
Wow.
Right?
This is different, and I like it. I love it.
All right. So
Wow.
we're done with the food. So
Wow.
there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about real quick. Somebody give me a time check so I can know that I'm doing good on time.
8:46.
8:46. How are we doing as far as questions out there? Questions, thoughts, questions.
We have any
Yummy.
questions?
Anybody questions in the chat? Do we have people in the chat? Let me get some water.
We have a few people in the chat, but we have some folks watching. I think everybody is just so into what's happening on this stage, to be honest.
Okay.
Because we are even asking a lot of questions.
All right, so let me just tell you a couple of things. So we talked about food.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about home real quick. Just a
Yeah.
couple of things. There are so many toxins in our home. There's so many things in our home. We want to use the Lysol. Nothing against Lysol. I know we want to kill the germs and all that other stuff. But there are things that we can kill germs and not kill ourselves.
Wow. Wow.
If we look at our cabinets, there are a lot of toxins in there. That's why we have so much asthma, we have eczema, we have acne, we have all kinds of stuff going on. Sinus issues,
Yeah.
migraines that we can't locate what the source of it is.
Wow. Yeah.
It might be a cleaner. So a couple of things I want to give you as a cleaner. I'm a big proponent of peroxide. I use peroxide for so many things. Real quick, peroxide. Get your bottle of peroxide, $1.99. I get a big bottle. I keep this spray one. Pour it in here, and then I just add drops of tea tree oil, or I'll add drops
oil.
of oil of oregano.
Yeah.
Wow.
Add drops of black seed oil. They all kill viruses.
Get out.
They kill viruses. So I do in my house all the time. I keep it in the bathroom. I'm always spraying the sink, always spraying the toilet handle, always spraying the doorknobs. Peroxide. I don't have to have the other things that's going to be toxic for my body.
Wow.
Because we forget that our skin is our largest organ.
Yeah.
So if it goes on your skin, it's going in your bloodstream. How do you know? You can have birth control through a patch.
Wow.
If you can stop conceiving through a patch on your skin, what does that mean about everything else you put in contact with your skin? It goes in your blood.
Honestly, you're just changing my life right now.
I don't even want to use lotion.
I'm glad you're saying that. I'm gonna tell you. So right. So now we're house.
Not lotion.
So listen, we get our peroxide. Peroxide kills everything. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom.
Huh? What did we say?
Black people do need lotion.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about. We don't do ash. Thank you, baby daddy. That is true. We do not do
we can do
ash.
shea
But listen, we're still cleaning our house.
Yes.
One of the things that we need to realize is what we put in our laundry.
Oh.
We use a lot of stuff in our laundry that is bad. We love the smell. Oh, my clothes came out smelling so fresh. Oh,
Good.
it smells so good. It smells so good. What's the chemicals behind it? Guess what? You can still have your clothes smelling good.
Yeah.
So what we do is
Yeah, tell us how.
we
Tell
went
us how.
and I will get, Keith picked this up for me, just a cheap, free and clear detergent. This detergent, right? This one detergent, I will now take, use it in my laundry. But then what I do is I'll drop in some lavender drops in there.
That makes sense.
I drop in with my whites some peroxide in there.
Not
Right?
bleach.
Not bleach.
Not
chlorine.
bleach. Peroxide.
I use
Peroxide.
peroxide definitely to get stains out.
Right, because I was a bleachaholic. If
Whoa.
things didn't smell like bleach, I thought it was no good. It wasn't clean.
Whoa.
And then I realized what bleach was doing to my system. Read about it. So I would take the detergent, put in peroxide, put in a couple of drops of essential oil, and then even put in a little bit of my other best friend, baking soda.
Yeah.
A little bit of baking soda. Just a little bit. Put it in there and your clothes come out white and bright. That's what I do for my white clothes. I'll do the same thing. The detergent, my essential oil, my baking soda, but then I'll put white vinegar in there.
Wow.
The white vinegar helps with my colored clothes
Wow.
without changing the color of the clothes.
Wow.
But my clothes are
Incredible.
soft. My clothes smell good, and I don't have to worry about the chemicals in there.
Amazing.
Right? Because even for instance, there's a lot of chemicals when we take our clothes to the dry cleaners.
Yes.
Technically, you're supposed to take that plastic off and leave the clothes outside really for 24 hours to get rid of all the chemicals.
that they use.
But we don't do that
No.
Come on.
because all that stuff comes into our body. So
Wow.
so now this was $6.99. I'm using it, right? I did not buy fabric softener. I did not buy bleach, right?
yeah.
I didn't buy any other enhancers. Just that. I still had my peroxide, had my white vinegar, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? I need dishwashing liquid. I need dishwashing liquid. I take
true.
the same thing, put it in my dishwashing bottle with peroxide, and I'll put like oil of lemon in there. Essential oil of lemon. Now I have dishwashing liquid, and my dishes come out squeaky clean.
You know what?
No, let me go a little further because I'm going quick. We want to hurry up. Now, I turn around and I need to get stuff out of my pots, right?
Yeah.
Because my pot is stuck. How do I
Yeah.
get stuff out of my pots?
Yeah.
Right? A lot of times we like to use that steel wool.
Yeah.
Which is not good. It gets in your. What do we do? What do we do? I got a piece of foil. I'm anti-foil. Everybody say anti-foil.
Anti-foil.
Foil has been linked to dementia. Anti-foil, especially when it's heated. You know, we come to the repast, we come to the church, we come to the Aunt Betty house. Dementia.
Oh my
Dementia. So when I use foil, I tried, and if I have to use foil, I'll put a barrier like parchment paper on the food and then put the foil over it. Foil, bad, bad, bad. But say I have a piece of foil, right? Scrap foil. I gotta
Whoa.
scrub my pot. My pot is all stuck, right? My pot is stuck. What I do is, what's this? This was my mesh from
It's
what?
like a little mesh.
From where?
Maybe from your apples or your fruit.
Yeah, from your fruit.
That's right, from my little tangerines, girl.
Wow.
Guess what I have now? I have myself a scouring pad. Right?
No.
Right here. Sugar, 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 sugar. It scours it. Right here.
No.
How much did I pay for this?
Nothing.
Because I worked with what I.
God.
Come on now. Right? Think. But say, for instance, it's still stuck. Say it's still a little stuck.
Yeah.
Take that pot, put it on the stove, put a tablespoon of baking soda in it.
Yes.
Put a cap of vinegar in there.
Yes.
A little water. Boil it up, because it's going to start like a science experiment.
Yes.
Just boil it up a little bit and then turn it down. It'll loosen everything on there. Now go back with your scrubber. Sugar, 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 sugar. Gone. Stuck. Because I burn
Honey.
things all the time.
Honey.
Plenty of times. Ask baby daddy. I'll put something on the stove and then I go do something else and he's like, you left it on the stove. What the hell you doing, man? What are you doing? Right? So I'm always burning stuff, right?
Whoa.
So
How much did we spend?
We spent nothing.
Nada, nil. We didn't spend nothing, baby. We didn't spend nothing. All right?
Oh my God.
Last part, we're going to go to our body. We're going to go to our body. What I say about the skin?
We don't want to be
Our
ashy,
skin is
but it's our largest organism.
No, not organism.
Oh,
not organism.
it's the largest
You're doing great.
Organ.
organ.
It's okay. I'm right here with you. You're doing great.
You.
Clap it for you.
All right. So now, body. Our body.
Yeah.
We have to be mindful of what we put in our body. Now, I use this. I'm not a big fan of Johnson & Johnson. I'm not going to get in a dissertation about Johnson & Johnson, but I picked this up for just show purposes. Soap. It's real important. We like to smell good. I like soap that smells good. I really like soap that smells good. But we want to make sure that it has no parabens, no phthalates, no sulfates, dyes, and it's hypoallergenic. We want to make sure. So what I found is just go ahead and get the baby wash. And if it doesn't say no parabens, that means it has parabens. What are parabens? They are endocrine disruptors. They disrupt your hormones. They cause hormone imbalances. And guess what? Because like baby daddy said, black people don't like to be ashy.
Yeah.
We use a lot of things that are moisturizing like these parabens, like Cetaphil, like Lubriderm, like Vaseline Intensive Care that are full of all of these things that cause...
Jergens?
I don't know about Jergens.
Okay.
But when you look at the ingredients, though, look for parabens. You'll see like methyl paraben, blah, blah, blah. You know, you'll see sulfate, blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
You gotta look for the ATE. Look for the ARABEN. Look at those things.
Parabens and acres.
Yes.
Whoa.
And let me tell you, so I'll get something like this, and then I'll just put some peppermint oil drops in it. Now
Wow.
it smells like peppermint, smells like grown-up stuff. Put some lavender oil in it.
Okay.
Grown-up. And I'll use it from head to toe.
Wow.
Head to toe. Right?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Any questions? Keep on going?
So how do we? So what are we moisturizing ourselves?
I'm gonna
Should
tell
we
you.
use
But first,
coconut
before you
oil?
get to the, I gotta get with your pits because you can moisturize, but if down you funky, it's not
you're
gonna work,
right.
right?
Okay.
You can't be tart. So it's important that we think about why is there so much breast cancer?
Because our armpits and the deodorants we use are really toxic, and it's connected right to our
Come
breast
on,
cavity.
the lymph nodes underneath here, it's going in there. We have to be mindful. And a lot of times we're like, I can't do just deodorant. I need an antiperspirant. So where is the perspiration going? If you've stopped it and you blocked those ducts.
Whoa.
Be like, oh, but sweaty pits is so nasty, which is true, right?
Yeah.
So, but there's different things that you could do. But I use this. This is paraben free, and it's actually made out of aluminum salts, but it's not toxic. Feel it. Smell it.
It's light. It's fresh.
You can just rub it, you can touch it. It dries like water, you don't even know what's there. But guess what?
And you use.
I had a grandfather that never used deodorant. And
Really?
he never smelled. Because you know what he used?
What did he use?
He used lemon underneath his arms.
Stop.
Lemon.
In the dead of the heat.
Well, he from Panama.
Oh.
So it's really hot there. We even have winter. I mean,
In
come
Central
on.
America.
Okay. Yeah.
That's tropical.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, lemon will cut the funk. But also, too, if you're using these things and you still find that there's an odor, it's something going on in the inside. You have to start eating foods that can help deodorize. Like chlorophyll is a big one. Chlorophyll is a really good deodorizer. I gave you a lot of stuff. I need to know what you get out of all of this. Tell me something
Whoa.
you got.
This is incredible.
Tell me something you got. Come on.
so-
Chris, you got any questions for us?
Let's see. Wow.
Okay.
That was a
This
lot.
one's mine.
All right, come on. Talk
I
to
can't
me.
believe it's not sugar. Monk fruit. That's like my biggest
Monk
wow for tonight. I'm like,
Lemon.
and
Lemon for me.
I'm not buying aluminum foil ever again. I don't
Yeah.
have any right now, and I guess I'll never have any.
Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna do it.
So what's on your grocery list?
Okay, so we got for the nuts, we got walnuts, pecans, almonds.
Where's I want to
We
get stuff
got-
too.
Now we're gonna get some lemon, get some fruit, throw some apples in there, apple cider vinegar, and go ahead and get some fresh juice. olive oil,
And just play.
and play around. And then key spices. I just want to get this right. Onion powder. Himalayan salt. Cumin. Cinnamon.
If you wanted to have a more Caribbean flavor, thyme and powdered clove.
Powdered clove. And cayenne.
Right? If you want a little kick to it. Come on now.
And-
You got this, Carla.
Wow.
I think I'm
You
ready.
know the DJ and Carla are engaged. Everybody give it up for her. She's like, I'm getting ready to marry a Caribbean. I gotta get this
I gotta get
together.
it together.
I gotta get it together.
Goodness, I gotta
Right.
get the list. Okay, and
Right.
date syrup,
Date syrup that
maple
sets.
syrup,
Come on.
and the monk.
And not cooking with the oil, right?
Right. We're no longer throwing butter and oil in the pan
No.
to heat up.
Let me tell you something.
Wow.
This is gonna sound really not true, but it's true. And I say it, and people are like, "What's she talking about?" So I was even now, I struggle because I love plantain chips. I love plantain chips are comfort food for me.
comfort.
Plantain chips, I love plantain chips. My
moment.
husband likes potato chips. I love plantain chips.
no.
And I was eating plantain chips and cashews all the time. Like this is like probably nothing wrong with plantain chips.
Okay.
No.
We're ready.
No,
We're
no,
like,
no,
oh
no, no.
my
We're okay,
I'm just
guys.
telling you about
What's
balance.
happening?
I'm just telling you about balance.
Yes.
I was eating plantain chips all the time. My youngest son is 20, and this must have been, I had just had him, so like 20 years ago, all the time. We were taking a trip down to Georgia, and we did a rest stop, and I was like, where the plantain chips at? Where the plantain chips at? And because I'm a woman of faith, I believe that God talks to me.
Amen.
I believe that he tells me stuff. Whoever doesn't believe, I'm not going to argue with you. Everybody's different. This is just Renee's story. You can eat meat, spit out bones. Let it go in your ear, grab what you want. So I'm looking for the plantain chips. What are plantain chips? Oh man, I can't find no plantain chips. And I heard in my spirit, you better put them plantain chips down if you value your breast. I was like, what you talking about, Willis?
You said I value
Seriously, now that's not something I would tell myself.
Yeah.
Because I like plantain chips.
Yeah. Whoa.
But I believe it was the fried. I believe it was the oil. I believe because what happens is with the extra weight is the extra estrogen being produced.
Yeah.
The overestrogen is what then starts to cause the different melanomas in our body, which causes also the tumors and the malignancies. That's the word I was looking for in our bodies. It said, if you value your breasts, put it down.
Whoa.
So I'll still start. I'm like, because I love them.
Yeah.
I grew up on plantain. Plantain is a staple for me. So I'm not saying that we have to burro. I'm saying that we have to burro. Right? Not burro, but burro. All right.
Yeah.
We good?
Stay focused.
All right. So I have something I just wanted to share with you guys before we close. Just turn it down just a little bit for me, Ricky. And this is something I thought about. It's about balance. It's about knowing that you have more than you think you have. Working with what you have, looking at things from the avenue of not what can I do with this? Not what don't I have? What can I do with what I've been given? What can I do with the relationship I have? What can I do with the job I have? What do you have? Right? What do you have that you can work with? And not being fed what people or what the commercials or what pharmaceuticals or what society is giving you. Being able to say, that's not, I don't do that. I don't want that. We have to start having that discerning palate. And right now, there are powers that be that want people to go in this direction. This is what you watch. This is what you do. This is what you eat. Right? So that they can make money. So one of the things that we learned even with COVID is the ability to what?
Pivot.
Is to do what?
Pivot.
All right. So this is something that dropped on me, and it's called junk food. All right? All right. Morning drug of Java to greet my day of recorded IG fights among mesmerized views of the pus of someone else's zit. And synchronized TikToks fused with hip-hop, gun, fun, sex, then run, smoke, blunt lies being spit. YouTube tutorials on how to make my face unrecognizable. Contour shading, microblading, eyebrows like caterpillars, lashes like dragonflies. Glue lace perfected baby hair. Freeze the fat from the middle, move it up or down. BBL on the rise. Pointy, bejeweled nails for glamour, but can't clean between my thighs. I need the followers to make me legit. You scrolled past my post without liking it? My head is now messed up. Anxiety stays up. My gut needs a cup of something GMO, cheap, full of chemicals, made in a lab, packaged with buzzwords like plant-based and keto, but easily kills a rat. But I'm programmed to die quietly. White cells take over. Plaque on the brain take over. Violated heart take over. Noisy joints take over. Getting up slower and slower. Now controlled by pharmaceuticals with side effects to kill me while I'm being cured. Talk radio, podcasts, audible waves of never-ending opinions that do absolutely nothing for my life. Can't sit still or stay focused, but I'm totally engrossed in another celebrity's strife. Bedclothes outside make sense, because I am sleepwalking.
Whoa.
It's a compliment to be a hoe. It's corny to say no, but I know it all. Google already told me so. What to think, where to surf, and the algorithms have me like Pavlov's dog. Notifications are on, but I don't notice my daily intake of tap water wrapped in a bottle with a science formula on the label. I'm not making my own decisions because I'm not at the decision-making table. Being led, being fed, up in the night, sleeping in the morning instead, Netflix and chill, hooked on melatonin pills, in a daze, fruit flavor coated poison, tobacco haze, a slave to the rhythm, in rhythm with other slaves, Call of Duty, GTA, for hours on multiple days, gaming feed my violence, death I learned to ignore, don't see it at my door, at my step, at my kitchen, at my bed, lurking round my purpose, stalking my destiny, setting up residence in my head, killing me softly with junk food. Push back on the information that says my intelligence is artificial. Question the science that says reasoning is optional, not critical. Grow more, buy less. Guard my gates like Fort Knox. Read, write, limit the fortnight. Detox. Speaking truth to power is always right. My rights to my health, balance, and silence, valued commodities. My body, a temple. Exhibit my faith, a non-negotiable. Nutrient dense in my vision, vitamin enriched in my hearing, organic in consumption, authentic from within, absorbing all that comes with being beautifully flawed, among the beautifully flawed, failing forward and still enamored by what I see looking back at me, not as an idol, but as the creation of a loving, perfect creator. Prayer, meditation, intentional movement, aware. If you look in my eyes and see what I see, if you look in my eyes and see what I see wholesome looking back at me. I see hope, conqueror, champion, wisdom, discernment, acceptance, strength, promise keeper, selective palate, elevated taste, aversion for corruption, disdain for being served base, contaminated cuisine, not good enough for a dog, trying to feed it to me, or mine, or his, or hers, or we, or them. Damn dumb. Not this one. Not this once. I don't. We don't eat junk food.
Woo!
Thank you for coming. Working what you got. I'm Renee Joshua Porter, and thank you for spending time with us. Thank you to Carla Gibson, Yvette Hallman, and Pretty Ricky Belford.
Hey!
And we can't forget Chris on the camera.
Yay!
And Ben on the live stream. Thank you. Come on, DJ. Thank you, everybody.